Hello everyone, TMG here. I thought I'd just showcase what I've been working on the past few months, my new Donkey Kong Country engine. And no, the footage you're seeing right now is not of that engine. That is of a Donkey Kong Country game I made 2 or 3 years ago. The new engine I've been working on is gonna blow what you're seeing right now out of the water. I mean, like 5 scrolling background layers. Now characters can walk up and down slopes, you have realistic water effects, levels composed of many sprawling rooms. It's going to blow your mind. I think it is. So let's get right into it. I'm going to show you the most complete level I worked on, which is Jungle Hijinks. Now, I do want to clarify, all the animations for Donkey Kong are not finished yet. For most of the levels, I'm actually going to show them using Kiddy Kong because he has all of his animations. Because I took all of his sprites from my previous Donkey Kong Country project, which you're seeing right now. But Donkey Kong, he has almost all of his animations except for his running animation, so when I'm in levels where running is a useful thing, I will not be playing as Donkey Kong. Just that will explain why I'm constantly switching characters throughout this showcase. So here we are, Jungle Hijinks, and the first thing I'm going to show off is just going into Donkey Kong's hut and his banana horde, just to show room transitions. Yeah, I spent the time compressing the animation from Donkey Kong Country Returns of the bananas going around. I hope you appreciate that. But what I think my proudest achievement in this project is how close the physics feel to the Super Nintendo games, because my last project, it was good, but it wasn't as close as I wanted it to. But this feels like it's on point. I want you to pay attention to like all those background layers and just how Donkey Kong just effortlessly goes up different elevations. The ground in Jungle Hijinks is not flat, so I had to make it so he could go up and down slopes, and so that enemies would not break trying to get, in areas with slopes. So yeah, I'll just let you watch the rest of this level. It's the only complete-ish level, and then, I'll come back when I'm showcasing a different level. So here we have a level that I call King of Kling, and yes, it is named after a level from Donkey Kong Country Returns. And as you can probably tell, it's meant to test climbing. Just making sure it works, making sure it doesn't bug out when you're bouncing off enemies and things like that. It's not a very long level yet, but it's just making sure that mechanic works properly. Okay, this level is actually going to be the beginning of a minecart level. So yes, there's going to be minecart levels, but because it's not finished, I thought this is actually a good area to just showcase Rambi real quick, because yes, I am going to have animal buddies in this game. I don't know how many, or if it's just going to be Rambi, because it took me a long time to put all of his animations and things in. And here we have a level that is inspired by Sunset Shore from Donkey Kong Country Returns. Basically all of the levels I'm showing you right now are planned to be in the first world of this game. And the first world of this game is planned to take place on Donkey Kong Island, so yeah, the first world's probably going to borrow a lot of ideas and mechanics from the first world of Donkey Kong Country Returns. And then, as the game goes on, it's going to showcase some new, maybe even crazy ideas, but I really wanted to give a jab at this idea. I tried making the characters completely, dark or shadowed out, I don't know how you'd say it. but it kind of looked a little strange in this engine. So for right now, everything's just monochrome. I think it's black and white. But I still think it looks pretty incredible. I don't know, let me know what you think. Now this level is, it's a try at the classic barrel level from Donkey Kong Country, where almost every challenge in the level is, based on barrel cannons. Now, right now, looking at it, it might not seem clear where you want to go or, shoot the Kongs out of the cannons, and that's because I haven't added bananas as a collectible yet. Once I do, I'll kind of sprinkle them around as little crumbs for the player to follow and know where to shoot, but this is what I got right now. This level also showcases, I'm trying to make this game feel more dynamic, so sometimes when you shoot through walls and things, they'll crumble and fall apart. So look out for that. Now, I call this level Oceanside Limbo. You should be able to get the reference. And it's meant to be the first level of the second world, which should generally be a water world, which I already have a lot of crazy ideas for mechanics and things like that. But this should be the first level that should introduce water to the player. And swimming is not completely worked out yet. It's still a little buggy, but I still wanted to showcase you this because I spent a whole day just trying to make the water look convincing. And this right here is supposed to be the first boss of the game, who I have named Master Fragoon. And I took some elements of like Returns and Truffle Freeze, where whenever you jump on the boss, you have audience members that are like, "Boo!" You know what I mean? So I have the Guantes there. I'm actually gonna make Guantes the main villain of this game. I just think it'd be kind of funny to want them to, I don't know, Revenge of the Guantes or something. They're my brother's favorite enemy. So, nice reference to my brother, I guess, but also, I see an opportunity with the Guantes. So yeah, that is my new Donkey Kong Country engine. And give your thoughts in the comments, because this is a game from a Donkey Kong Country fan for the Donkey Kong Country fans. So if you got any unique ideas you really want to see, throw them in the comments. I'll probably give it a shot. Also, every good game needs playtesters, right? I need to playtest this game somehow. And, well, I haven't got anyone to do it, so if there's anyone out there who's a big Donkey Kong Country fan who thinks they know what they do, who thinks they know, who thinks they have a good enough understanding of the series to give meaningful feedback, just drop a comment below. Maybe you can get an early trial of this game somehow. Because, I can't just depend on my experiences with the game alone. And also, being a designer of a game inherently might twist my perspective on, because when I'm playtesting my own levels, I already know what to expect, I can't completely account for myself being like a first-time player. So it's part of why playtesters are so important. But yeah, that's it for this little video. I hope you enjoyed, and if you want an update, just let me know below, and I'll probably give you another one, maybe a few weeks, maybe in a few months, depends how much progress I make. Yeah, that's it for this video. TMG out. Goodbye.